one, a team that runs the football almost as much as anybody in the country. How are you guys preparing?
I mean, it's just the brand mindset that we have. The toughest, hardest working, most competitive team in the country. One of the things with our defensive line, we know that different people are going to have a game plan about coming and running the ball. We accept the challenge. I love my unit. I think it's a physical unit. And I'm just excited for those guys to hit somebody else.
How is Blake Burrisman coming along? I think we've heard a lot about him, but what have you been seeing out of him?
Man, just a really talented kid. It's always a work in progress, but the strides that this kid made as a walk-on offensive lineman and to be in that rotation with the defensive line, I tell people, I joke about it, but one of the most talented kids. I mean, the kid can play basketball, 6'5", 300. The kid can rap, he can freestyle. I mean, he's really talented, and just trying to get him still as a young player, trying to get the game to slow down for him, but really excited about Blake. Loves to be coached.
Coach, I've heard a lot about Duda as well.
Yeah.
What are some of the things that he's taken the strides in this year?
Man, both of the kids that you just brought up, man, I am excited to coach and really honored to be here in Lubbock to coach those guys. Man, I met Duda on the recruiting, circuit back when I was at the other school, and just to see the growth, that's what I love about him. But guys, I'm telling you, it was a plan that you got that guy 15 extra practices, for the bowl game, and then he comes and have a spring, have his highest GPA that he ever had in the spring, and you just keep building off of that, man. Really excited about it. Really excited about it.
As you build your units,
Yes, sir.
where are you most excited about, and where do you still think that you still have room to grow?
Man, you know what? I hate to give kudos to Blanche, but man, he's really good at his job. I know, and I don't mind telling you guys, I'm stated multiple times to my group that I'm so honored to coach them. I got two older guys that you look at that and played a lot of football and then played at a high level, and they still want to get better. And you got them where they want to be challenged. Then I see three guys that's in the middle that's older classmen, and I told my freshmen, this is the most athletic freshman I have ever had. So now let's start putting that together. I think the depth-wise, if you look at it from last year to this year, I'm really excited about the depth. So now those older guys, they can take quality reps. Not about taking a lot of reps, but taking real quality reps where we can get guys rotating in and do it like me, Coach McGuire, and all of us have been done it at other places. We can do it right here in the 806.
Coach, at Media Day, the reader said that fall camp would be important in determining who would get minutes behind Jalen and Tony. Do you guys have a better idea at this point?
Oh, man, no doubt. Man, I'm looking at guys I got 6 guys I'm really focusing in on right now. And one of those guys that's starting to take those steps is Trayvon McAlpine. Most people forget this kid was the 6A Defensive Lineman of the Year in the state of Alabama. You know what I mean? So this kid, he's been out of play for 2 years, but the guy is a football player. He wants to learn, and I'm starting to see him get more comfortable with his knee and now taking those strides to be a guy that we can count on Saturday nights.
Coach, what is a guy like Quincy Ledet with all that experience bringing in? Just what does he add to your room?
Man, you know what, man, I'm telling you, man, I got a great group, and I can't keep coming back and saying, but it's true. In fact, man, this kid, when he first got here, me and him sat down and watched this Louisiana Monroe film, and they said that these are the things that we got to translate to how we play the brand here in Lubbock, Texas. And most of those things are about being physical, great athlete. And now I'm seeing that we didn't kind of took away the little armbands and stuff like that, and he's starting to play physical with his hands, and just seeing him get better, but also seeing him being successful doing those things, and now he's on to doing more. You know how it is.
And Coach, I mean, you guys are going up against the new improved offensive line. Just what has those guys done to push your group in practice?
You know what, man, we say it all the time. Coach McGuire's quote said, "Iron sharpens iron." When you look at those 3 guys, when you look at Denny, you look at Rusty, and you look at Thor. Well, his name is Cole. I call him Thor. All right, those guys have played a lot of snaps. So what we're seeing is a lot of faster transition into games, different things of that nature, the calls that they're making. But again, we love going against those guys, one-on-ones, different things. We're only going to keep getting each other better. And sure, while we're in our mind, we're still in camp, so we're still working. And it's fun to see those guys get after each other, but they also know that they're getting each other better, but they also know that we're on the same team, and they keep giving each other ideas. Actually kind of fun to watch.
10 days till the first game.
Yes, sir.
You starting to get the goosebumps, the butterflies?
Man, I'm just telling you, just really excited about this team. This would be almost, I think, if I can't count, probably year 9 or 10 for me. So I'm just getting really excited about just showing Lubbock, showing everybody at Texas Tech, this team loves this university. This team loves wearing black and red, and now it's time for us to go get it.
Is this the most special team that you've ever coached?
I will tell you this, time will tell. It's time for us to go to work.
Coach, speaking on you two veterans, Jalen and Tony.
Yes, sir.
What are you expecting out of them as leaders this year? You know, those are the two guys that have been here the longest, and they just came off a really dominant season.
I think you said it. I mean, I don't think it's a hidden secret. They are our leaders. They are leaders on the defensive line as defensive tackles. They are leaders on our defense, and they leaders here on this team. And I think they carry that. It's not a thing that they think it is at a monkey on their back. They actually carry it at a willing joy. And that's what's really fun about them, man. To watching those guys take our room over, but watching it also trickle to the defense and as a team. Really excited about them. I know what they bring to the table.
Do you think they're mentoring anyone specifically? Do you see any attachments they grow to anybody yet?
Well, one of the fun things about Coach McGuire and one of the practices he always assign, assign older guys to mentor our guys. But what you see is the unit ends up taking those guys over. So it's usually more than one guy. I know that they just like coaches. They see different things that these young guys that, I mean, when you think about Amir, you think about Braylon, you think about Trey Brown, you think about Cofield, man, these dudes are pups. But they see what they can end up being if they just take the rep, take the coaching, and grow from it. So it ain't no secret.
All right, well, thank you,
Let's
Coach.
get it.
Thanks,
I'll
Coach.
let y'all.
Thank you, Coach.
All right, y'all be easy.
Thanks, Coach.